Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Nilesh Tech. In this video we will see navigating to a file system. Of course now you know a lot about a file system. Now we need to know how we are going to get into the file system. What are those commands that we really need to learn to actually go from one directory to another, get their file contents and find out what directory we are in. When navigating a file system, there are few important commands. Again, the number one command is cd, which stands for a change directory. Second one is pwd, which is print working directory, which tells you which directory you are currently in. And the third one is the ls, which stands for listing, which lists the content of your directory or a folder. Again, cd stands for change working directory, pwd stands for print working directory, and the ls stands for the list. Now let's look at the real example. I am gonna start with Windows, because the reason I compare Windows and Linux all the time is because it will be a lot easier for everyone, for you to really understand the concept behind it, because we actually work on Windows almost every day and we click through everything and we don't really realize how experts we have become. So if you really need to know Linux, there should be some comparison with Windows that I will be doing. So let's look at example of Windows. Okay, so I have the CD drive. What is the C drive for Linux? It's slash. When I wanted to go into a C drive, let's back, I will just double click and the folder comes up. And when I wanted to go into a program files, I will do double click and the folder comes up, and so on. And if I wanted to go into the Windows directory, I will just double click. Let's go into the Linux machine. The first thing I want you to do, of course, is become a root, meaning you are as yourself right now. How do you know you are yourself? Is because first you see here on your prompt, you will see your name. If you just still wanted to know your name, you could just type who am I and you will see your username. When you become a root, you have to type su, which means switch user, and just dash, hit enter, put your password. Okay, so you have this message that will tell you the last time you become root was this date, this time, and so on. Anyways, let's do clear. Clear is only gonna clear the screen. So now when you are in a directory, how do you know where you are? In Windows you can tell, right? You could tell you are in computer local drive. In Windows, right, it's up here, right here. But in Linux you don't know. So the command that you are gonna need is pwd. This is what gonna tell you that you are in this directory. If you wanted to go into a different directory, let's say you wanted to go into slash, which is slash. Slash is the primary or the parent directory of all the directories. So you type cd, which stands for again change directory, slash, you hit enter. Once you hit enter, how do you know you are in that directory? Again you type pwd and it will tell you you are in the slash directory. Now what's inside of this directory? We need to see that. In order to see that, you have to type ls-l or ls-l and it will tell you all the listing of the directories and folders and files that are inside of this directory. In Windows, when you are in my computer, you are double clicking on a folder. Let's say you are clicking on program files. Let me move this little bit, and you click on the folder program files. So you notice you just double click it and it is taking you to that directory. In Linux you don't have that, you don't have double clicking. So what you need to do is you need to do cd. So you are already what directory you are in, and you are in root. And let's say if you wanted to go to a directory called, let's say, boot, so cd boot, boot, and there you go, you are in the boot. Now let's say in this example you want to come here, you already see the listing of what's inside in this directory. Let's do it more specific, ls-l, and let me just bigger the screen, lines are chopped up, there you go. Okay, you're gonna see anything that start with the dash or minus right here, it means it's a file. Anything that start with the d, it means it's a directory or a folder. I wanted to go back to my root directory, but before I go back I wanted to know where I am. So where I'm in boot and I wanna go to the root again. There are two ways you could do it. You could do either cd slash and it will take you to the root directory or the slash directory, or you could do cd dot dot, which is will take you one step back, one directory back. In Windows, how do you do that? In Windows you could simply just press the back button. Also in Windows, you notice you double click once, that is doing cd for you, then automatically it's listing all the directories inside. So it's doing ls guess for you already. And now how do you know which directory you are in? Right here on the top, that's how it tell you which directory you are in. So in Windows you are doing three things in one shot. In Linux you actually have to use all three commands one by one to see the same things as you wanted to see in Windows. So let's say if I wanted to go in /etc and I wanted to go into another directory which is /etc/sysconfig. So I am two directories in. How do I know pwd, parent working directory? It tells you you are in the etc/sysconfig. Now if I wanted to go back to etc directory, what I would do is cd ... and confirm if you are in the etc directory, you do pwd, and there you go. What if I want to go one step back again? cd ... and where you are in the root. There you go. What happened if you just type cd and hit enter? Okay, it did work because we got our prompt back. We didn't get any error. But which directory are we in? Let's check. We are in the /root directory. Why? Because we are, who are you? Who am I? We are root. We are logged in as root, and root directory is /root. So everyone, these first three commands that you really need to learn in order to navigate the file system. Without these three commands, you cannot do anything in Linux. So what are the three commands? Really quickly. First one is cd. Let's go to the home. Let's say what's inside the home, ls-l. You forgot which directory you are in, just type pwd. You are in home. If I wanted to go to a different directory, let's say you I wanted to see what inside of /cd/ and what inside of it, ls-l, and these are the directories. I wanted to go into each of these directories. Let's see, I want to go to a var. What inside of the var, ls-l. These are the different types of directories in it. I wanted to go into a log directory which is right here. So I will do cd log. What inside in log directory I have to do is ls-l. These are the files and directories inside of log directory. Okay, alright, I forgot where I am. Pwd, var log. Alright, I wanna go back to a / directory. You could ... then ... again, or you could just type simply cd / and now where you are in the /. Alright, so this concludes our lesson, and I hope you have pretty much very good idea about cd, ls and pwd commands. As a homework, I will strongly recommend you to log into your Linux machine, go to cd / then ls-l, and I want you to go into each of these directories one by one, subdirectories. Come back to from a directory, find out the listing of the directories, and then you will find out exactly how to navigate a system. So thank you guys for watching this video. If still you have not subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe. We will see you in the next video.